All right, microphone check, 1, 2, microphone check, 1, 2, just making sure that everything is working correctly. And then I will be diving right into this. Alright, looks like everything is in order. Alright. Monster Hunter Stories. Always meant to play through this first one, so let's see what the heck it's all about.
When darkness is born and black dread spreads with fright, the savior we seek shall respond to our cries. Astride a white dragon, they'll take to the skies. Then blight will recede, and the light will live on. With rider of monsters. And champion of bonds.
Lilia, you know we're not supposed to be here.
I'm sure it was around here. I found a monster egg. You two do want to see a monster egg, right?
I guess.
Ooh. Don't tell me you're scared.
What? No way! And riders aren't afraid of anything. Whoa!
Look at you jump. So, you're not scared, huh?
I'm not scared. I just tripped, okay? Huh? What's this?
Hey, come on, Slowpoke. Let's go find that egg. You're not afraid, right? Then prove it.
Okay, let's go.
That's the spirit. Let's split up and search. If you find the egg, whistle. Then we'll meet you there. Okay?
You know, it has been so long since I have played this that I am not entirely sure if they had voices to begin with or not. But definitely nice to go back to where it all began.
there.
There's just something so nostalgic and wonderful about the old Monster Hunter Gathering sound.
Hey, over here! Look up there! Wow, it's so pretty!
I wonder what's inside.
I feel like I've seen it before in the Monsterpedia. Oh, let's hatch it and find out!
But we can't. Only a rider with a kinship stone can do that, right?
So let's become riders then.
Become riders? How are we supposed to do that?
Here!
We'll
do the rite of kinship ourselves. First, hold up your kinship stone.
These are just regular rocks.
Hey, pay attention. This is a sacred ritual. Be respectful.
Whatever you say.
Next, we formally introduce ourselves. Now, tell the egg your name.
Oh, so let's see. Fair enough. Let's go the lackadaisical route, why don't we? Let's see. There we go. Those eyes. Goodness. All right. will my name fit? That's the wonderful thing about this. No it won't. Son of a gun. I guess it's back to using an older name.
Oh, sacred kinship stone, bind thyself to this young spirit. Rebirth is nigh. Now unleash your cry. No good, huh?
Well, it's not like it was the real ritual.
Wow! It's the king of the skies, a Rathalos!
Whoa! We really hatched the egg! Watch out! What's it doing?
Oh, Ratha thinks you're its mama, don't you, Ratha?
Ratha?
Ratha! Ratha the Rathalos!
Oh, I love Ratha. It really is adorable. Set that there. All right. Now the game actually starts.
Aw, little baby still can't fly properly.
He's pretty big for a baby, isn't he?
Hey, you little brats! You broke the rider's code and entered the forest? Punishments all around then.
You're finally home, Cheval. I was so worried about you.
Mom, I'm really sorry.
You even caused trouble for Dan. Go and apologize to Chief Omna. You'll do that, and then come straight back for dinner. I'll be waiting for you.
What would you have done if a fully grown Rathalos had shown up? Oh, just thinking about it sends chills up my spine. You were in real danger. Right, we're going to see Chief Omna. You three, follow me.
Frickin' Dan, man. Poor guy just is, big brother of the group, really. Or of the village, I should say.
Well, the children are safe and sound. There's no point getting tightly wound. They'll have more than enough time to reflect upon their heinous crime.
If you say so, Chief.
I'll let you off on this occasion, though your actions were rather brazen. But if you break the code again, well, it's best I don't explain.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Chief Omna.
Ho, ho, ho! Ho, ho, ho! I think you already know. And yet, I cannot help but nod. What has happened is rather odd.
Yes. No one's bonded with a monster without a kinship stone before.
The kinship stone surely does its part. Bonds rider to monster, heart to heart. The purity of the child's soul resonates and makes them whole. Though still young, you have potential to become a rider most influential.
You've got potential. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Hey, don't go getting ahead of yourself.
Yes, sir. Huh? The alarm. Is it a monster? Come on, we need to go.
Ruh-roh. What could it possibly be? I also gotta say, I love how the village chief talks in rhymes.
What's that?
A Nargacuga!
Ratha here to save the day. No, not the poor little baby.
He was just trying to protect us.
And poor Cheval, man.
Mama. Why? Why did this happen? I'll never forget.
Honestly, it's a great game. I just haven't played it in so long that I honestly don't remember anything. I don't remember how it feels versus Stories 2. Obviously, Stories 2 probably made improvements, but... Oh, well, I guess I can read this. A year has passed since the Nargacuga's attack. Hakam Village is slowly rebuilding to its former glory. Today is the day of the rite of kinship. It's the final step to becoming a rider. But what will you have to do? That back up. Okay.
Oh, there you are. This is the day, huh? You finally get to become a rider. Your lifelong dream is coming true. You're going to do the rite of kinship and become a true rider, right? I still don't know what I want to do. I don't really want to be a rider. There must be something only I can do. I'm gonna give it a bit more thought. Oh, Cheval! Congratulations, Cheval! With your kinship stone on your hand, you look like a real rider now. Sleepyhead here is about to undergo the rite of kinship now. What do you do to forge a bond? Won't you tell us?
Bonds? I don't believe in them anymore.
Cheval, wait! I wanted us all to celebrate you guys becoming riders together. We haven't talked much since the incident a year ago. If one of us is missing, it'll feel weird. Come on, it's gotta be all of us together. He's being so cold. Well, I guess it's time to go. Chief Omna is waiting for you in the Hall of Rites. I'm sure you're going to be a fantastic rider. I'll be with you every step of the way.
Cheval's about to go through his Sasuke arc, if I remember. Granted, that's probably about the only thing I remember, where he just becomes a bit of a jerk for a while. And I mean, I get it. Kid, watch someone he loved to die, and yeah, has an effect on you.
Ah, there you are. Today's young star. A year on from that fateful day. Upon reflection, let me say, your bonding with that Rathalos puts you amongst the Monsty Pros. As a rider, you have the right stuff to grow and learn and be super tough. But there's still a lot to do to make a rider out of you. The greatest riders never rest in their fight to be the best.
Like me, and I'll be there to help out whenever you need. You hear?
But first, there's something we must do. The rite of kinship awaits you. For this, there is something you need to allow your potential to be freed. The rider's symbol, and ours alone. The Bond Forger. The kinship stone. By this stone, your hearts are bound. And with your Monsty, kinship found.
Monsty! I thought of that. A monster who is your bestie. Get it?
Each stone is special, one of a kind. Keep yours close to heart and mind.
All right. Now check out over here. These are monster eggs. If you manage to hatch one, it'll be your Monsty.
Now hold up high your kinship stone. An egg will hatch, and a Monsty be known.
Still amazes me that...
Now then, shall we?
Oh, I forgot they talk. Whoopsie.
Oh, sacred kinship stone.
Ha!
Show us your power! Party, mato, kasi, paye, mati, la, shi, mati. Rebirth is nigh. Unleash your cry!
On the socks, the extra started moving. That's awesome!
A lively egg. It's really quite the powder keg.
Look! Oi! Don't just stand there! Get after that egg!
Poor Dan.
That really hurt. Hey! Who the heck are you? Oh,
should introduce myself first, huh? I am a wandering feline hero. Name, Bending.
Oi! You messed up the ritual!
Sorry, I didn't mean to. I was just walking by and exactly then saw this exceptional egg.
So what you're saying is, you were hungry.
Heroes never get hungry.
Look, we're kind of doing a ceremony here, so get lost. Shoot!
That's rude, dude. Just who do you think you're talking to, huh, pal?
That's quite a spine on this feline. Now what to do? May I leave it to you?
Yes, sir.
Marvelous. Now here's the deal. First the ritual, then your meal.
Food? For real? Aw, you're the best! Sweet! Then it's settled. I'll stick around and lend you a helping paw. I've navigated all around the world, so I know lots of useful stuff. And since I'm so knowledgeable, call me Naviru.
Offer food and he pulls a complete 180.
You were in the middle of a ritual, right? I'll help you out.
It looks like this feline is here to stay. So, let's get the ritual back underway.
Yeah, if they do a Stories 3, it would be wonderful if you could just have like a set of 3 starter eggs that you could choose from.
Oh, sacred stone. Awaken!
I'm bad with nicknames. Sure. I'll just go with that. Little Jurassic Park reference.
Oh, this deserves congratulation, and maybe even a standing ovation. You did well to form a kinship bond with this monster of whom you are so fond. Now you've a monster stood by your side. Care for it well, as is a rider's pride.
Riders forming kinship with monsters, a tradition older than time, and an old man who speaks only in rhyme. Now I'm doing it too. Awesome!
Not you two. Ugh. In any case, the ceremony isn't over just yet. A kinship stone must be purified before it can reveal its hidden power. You have to cleanse the kinship stone in the waterfall at the Mount Pondry Caves. If you can't pass this trial, you won't be allowed to complete the ceremony. So, kiddo, will you accept this challenge?
All right!
That's the correct answer! Awesome! Come to the village gate when you've made your preparations.
You have obtained the Monstie, but the rite of kinship is far from over. Now you must head to the Mount Pondry Caves and immerse the kinship stone given to you by Chief Amna in the water there. What could be waiting in the caves? But honestly, it does amaze me that they were able to take a game typically as an action boss rush and turn it into a cute little RPG. And I know they've done multiple spin-offs before, but that is the one thing I can kind of praise the Monster Hunter side of things for, that they take risks and actually try to experiment new things. versus other games in Capcom's repertoire outside of Resident Evil, where it seems a lot of them have fallen in stagnation, unfortunately. Alright. If I remember, there's only 2 or 3 weapon types in this one. So, no gun lance for me.
Check it. There's a helpless Aptonoth just over there. Go get him, Tiger!
We're Aptonoth.
Well, well.
Oh, boy oh boy.
We're going after Velociprey next, huh?
Move it! Hey, get him!
Well, do like how it's a little bit of a rock, paper, scissors kind of play style. I just know
This is as far as
later
I can
on
take
certain
you. Get to the room of trouble. Oh, one more thing. I'll teach you this awesome stuff. Riders can learn all kinds, but you might want to try using Okay, be careful. This is the last part of the...
certain monsters are kind of brutal if you fail the head-to-head later on. I like how Kelby show up, but you can't do anything about them. But honestly, I feel like part of the reason I probably did not give this game a fair enough chance back in the day was honestly it's so dumb, but part of it was that I wanted to play with Gunlance and it wasn't in the game, so I was just like, oh, okay, this is kind of dumb, so what's the point of me playing? But there's so much more to the game than that, and it definitely deserves a more fair chance than me just being kind of a jerk about it. Because the game is freaking fun, and there is so much that you can do in this. Like, there are features in this that I know did not translate to Stories 2 that kind of baffles my mind. I think one of the prime examples of Stories 1 having somewhat of a better mechanic than Stories 2 is you can kind of put whatever element you want on a Monstie here, versus 2 where you're better off staying within their element. And when you do that, their actual sprite color changes a bit too, which is really freaking awesome and leads to some really unique builds you can make. Granted, they're obviously optimal builds, but it's just kind of one of those neat things where you're just like, huh, like, why did they get rid of that? If I remember correctly, weapon-wise for the player, Sword and Shield is leagues above Greatsword in this game. When Stories 2 came out, I don't remember that, actually. Like, I played, when Stories 2 came out, I played the crap out of it. Still need to go back and finish it, mind you. But that one function from this original game, it just blows my mind that they took it away. But weapon balance in the Stories games, I'll say, is worse than it was in the original Monster Hunter series as a whole. Like I said, if I remember correctly, Sword and Shield is better than anything in Stories 1 from what I remember. And in Stories 2, bow is just leagues above everything else. Doesn't make a lick of sense to me, but I'm definitely looking forward to experimenting with builds in this game. remember if this thing's power or not. Early game, it doesn't really matter so much, but... Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I really don't remember being able to change the elements at all on Stories 2, but
Now's our chance.
again, it's been so long since I've played it that it's hard to say what I remember correctly. I just know that in Stories 1, the color change is pretty damn nifty. And it definitely made some of the weaker monsties a bit more viable. Before I forget to put those on.
This is it. This is the sacred spring. All right, put the stone in. Awesome! Now you're a 100% fully certified real-life rider. Come on, buddy. Let's head back to the village. Adventure awaits. Ride on!
Yeah. The reversion was the thing that threw me off, because I remember that you kind of could change the element slightly, but basically anything past level 10, it was set in its own element. And you know what? That's fine. It made it so you had clear-cut monsties that you would want to upgrade to because they had stronger abilities and they had stronger genes that you wanted. But I kind of miss the flexibility that was possible with this first game, where you could take, we'll say, Kutku, and take it from being, you know, kind of average monstie, not the greatest, to, for the heck of it, a freaking destroyer of worlds with dragon element for no good reason other than it was funny.
My whiskers ears are tingling. I can feel a weird presence around here.
Yeah, two had a lacking of good water monsters. You kind of got stuck with Mizu for a long, long time. Not that there's anything wrong with Mizu, it's just being able to have that variety and change certain monsters to a different type significantly better. I kind of do like the, I think, what was it, Heartbreak mechanic or something in 2? I don't remember if it's part of this or not. I love how ridiculous the rider skills are. Buzzyoff is still one of the greatest ones, simply because it makes fun of something that we all hated.
Between its legs. And my inspired advice led you to victory. Did it get your whiskers twitching? And, yeah, I guess you were pretty cool too. Maybe.
Nothing quite like the hip check from another frickin' state or continent.
Ah, young rider, you are so bold. Tales of your deeds have begun to be told. Danger's no more, it's all down to you. The village is safe, that much is true. I accept my thanks for all you've done, the risk you took, the battle you won. And so to you, this notice I give. From this day forth, as a rider you live. Now nurture well this monster egg. Grow big and strong. Go on, break a leg. But a monster's life from nature's view is what sustains us, me and you. Have you walked among the rolling hills and stopped to sniff the daffodils? The industrious bugs of every sort are to these flowers by duty brought. The nectar that they gather there is then with others quickly shared. Upon these creatures we rely. Our need of them we can't deny. Flowers, bugs, and other creatures, remember well what this will teach us. Within this cycle we have our place, and must accept it with all due grace. And for every life show gratitude. This is the proper attitude. That's why to you I must implore, never forget love and more.
Wait, loving him more? They mean the same thing. Son of a baggy. I think I know why Dan hates poetry now.
Ho, ho, ho! Ho, ho, ho! Now off to Dan you must go. He has prepared all that you need to be a rider in name and deed. So give it your best and do us proud. With kinship, with monsties you're endowed.
You know, if I remember, I think the only reason Sword and Shield ends up being a better option in this game is because the player barely does any damage as compared to the monsties, so it's better to just go for survivability. At least from what I remember. Could be horribly wrong. I gotta go with the hunter's knife. It's iconic. At least to me it is.
Oh, hey! I heard you chased off a Nargacuga. Keeping yourself busy, I see. I can still only see you as a crybaby. And now you're a rider and saving the village to boot. That's amazing! Congratulations! I'm so happy for you! Oh, I'm in charge of cooking today, so I'll make you something special. And for Sir Fluffykins over there.
Sir Fluffykins?
What? You don't like it? How about Special Agent Mittens?
I'm a right and proper navigator, and my name is Naviru.
Special Agent Naviru? Sir Navykins? Navi? That one's nice and short.
It's Naviru.
Oh, okay. I'm Lilia. Nice to meet you, Naviru. Oh, by the way, some villagers have requests for you. You can view details at the quest board. Check it out later, okay?
I just love Lilia's interactions with Naviru, honestly. Whenever anyone makes fun of him, I kind of... It's sad to say, I kind of like it, because it's just funny. Poor guy's just trying to exist, and, everyone just picks on him. Man, I forgot how much I like simple games like this, though. That's right, some of these are repeatable. Forgot about that.
Good job, kid. You did awesome. Didn't think we'd bump into a Nargacuga, though. But hey, you made it through the trials. I'm calling that a win. I knew you could do it, kiddo. Now, the next thing on our to-do list. Gotta show you the stables. And here it is. You look after your monsties here. And you can hatch eggs you found. That way you can get more monsties. Although it's not that easy to get eggs. First, you have to find a monster den. But your first one's on me. I woke up super early and found a likely spot. Check out your map. It'll show you where to go. It's not exactly close, though. Oh, hey, try riding your monstie there.
You have overcome the trials and become a rider. Now, your true training begins. Your first task, given by Dan, is to find a monster egg and bring it back to the village. Hatching eggs will get you new monsties. Get on your monstie and head for Pondry Hills.
Well, well.
Oh, this game. Hey, Poogie. There's always something nice about starting an RPG all over again, and the journey to becoming overpowered as hell. I want to know how the Poogie got up here. I really do. It's kind of impressive. Poogie jumps super high. Poogie is the ruler of the Monster Hunter universe, confirmed. It can jump higher than a Velocidrome. It can fly faster than an Astalos. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's Poogie. Alright. For these small little guys, I am definitely going to turn the battle speed up. So ×3's the max, okay. subquests. I just saw the one item I got was an Aptonoff tail. That's kind of mean. Like, dang, why are we just sitting here cutting off Aptonoff tails? Not enough kinship. Darn. Come on, Velocidrone. Quit being so silly. Can't remember. No, need a certain monster for that, that's right. Would help if I remembered anything about this game. Oh gosh.
Now's our chance!
Will say I definitely still love the music of this game. What is going on, Skull? Well, day's been going pretty good so far, just revisiting good old Monster Hunter stories. is gonna hurt. Well, you can certainly ask for advice, but I can't say that I'm the best person to provide it. My goodness. Okay. I'm just gonna be relegated to healing myself. My goodness. Ah. Dang nabbit. That's on me. Yeah, it's been a while since I've played. I figure head-to-head's usually better, but I just gotta relearn the game. Growing pains, you know? Of course, it's power attack. Whoops. Oh. It's better to get the growing pain experience out of the way early versus later on where it's much more detrimental. Making a bunch of VR chat RP Monster Hunter episodes. That's interesting. Like I said, I'm probably not the best person for advice, especially in that regard. Yep, it's up there. Bummer. I mean, I tend to be a more old school Monster Hunter fan in the sense that, kind of just like getting to straight to the hunt, and some of the old cathartic gathering that is now lacking in the more modern Monster Hunters. But at the same time, being able to delve a little more into the ecological side of monsters is always interesting. You grew up on Tri, oh my goodness. I grew up on the original Monster Hunter. That was an experience. Not the greatest game, but boy was it something. That is fair. Yeah, diving into the ecological side of the games is definitely interesting. And there's definitely room to delve into the lore. Some of it is kind of goofy, but despite that, Capcom has kind of taken this absolutely bonkers concept of story that they came up with eons ago and still make certain references to it. And for that, I'm kind of grateful. I mean, look at Fatalis coming back to World and still having destroyed the entire kingdom of Shrade, for example. It's kind of fascinating that they still stick to their guns but try to modernize it versus rewrite it entirely.
Well, well.
I think the key to a lot of it is do something you enjoy. So I think if there's a monster that you really enjoy and you haven't done anything on yet, make that one your next approach. It's easier to work on things that you enjoy versus forcing yourself to focus on something you don't necessarily enjoy. So, say your least favorite monster in the entire series is something like, I mean, even though it's basically the face of Monster Hunter, Rathalos. So, yeah, if lore is what you really enjoy working on, then that's probably going to be the easiest thing for you to do. And for me, I enjoy too many things, and it makes focusing on a project very difficult. I still have one that I very much intend to finish. I keep telling myself that, and at some point I'll stop lying to myself and actually finish it. It's just a matter of finding the right words to say and present it correctly in a way that not necessarily solely other people would enjoy, but something that I would want to listen to or watch myself. Yeah, at the end of the day, as much as we try to appeal to other people, sometimes the best content comes out of creating something that you yourself would want to consume.
Time has come to share with you news that's bleak but sadly true. I'm talking of the fell black blight, a spreading darkness, endless night.
Yeah, I know. It's that black stuff that was all over that Nargacuga.
You've got it right. It's sad, you know. It's been around since long ago. The black blight's goal is to infest, spreading over monsters like a pest.
What? What exactly is it?
It is a natural phenomenon, although it's one we wish were gone. It comes and goes much like the breeze, but this does more than shake the trees.
It's very easy to fall into a cycle where you feel that you very much, in a sense, feel you're obligated to push out content over and over and over and over and over. But something that's made with passion, thought, and depth is generally, at least for me, a bit more rewarding to release, and as a viewer, much more rewarding to watch, because you can tell the difference between someone putting something out just to get views or to kind of garner a certain opinion, even if they may not necessarily feel it, versus someone who takes the time and care to show their passion for their project and to actually show that they thought this out, that it's something that they wanted to do, not just something they felt obligated to do just because, okay, I gotta follow the algorithm, okay, I gotta do this to get more views, okay, I'm gonna say this even though it's not entirely true just because I know people will feel a certain way and it'll get engagement. But I could rant on and on about that. At the end of the day, the person's opinion that matters the most is yours. You're always going to look back at something you've made and say it wasn't good enough. And that perfectionist ideal, it's very much counterintuitive. Don't always chase perfection. Focus on your passion, get your projects done, and try to improve with every thing that you make. It doesn't have to be perfect. Sometimes it's better to just get it out there and be happy with it.
As these bonds deepen by the hour, your kinship stone will grow in power. I shall remain in watchful care of the Black Blight, so don't despair. If there should happen anything new, I'll get a message straight to you. Now, young one, your training awaits. So go, head back to the village gates.
Granted, I should listen to myself sometimes. If I stopped chasing perfection in my own regards, I would probably have at least 2 more videos out by now. Very much akin to the one that I enjoyed making the most, which was my farewell to the original Dragon's Dogma, and admitting that while it was not the best game, it had good qualities, and it was definitely worth playing. But, you know. Now I'm trying to find the correct words to use for Dragon's Dogma 2 for myself, and it's been very, very difficult because I feel like I keep getting lost in trying to present counterpoints to people that have already made up their minds and are specifically trying to target things and cause a stink.
It's time I took you down a road of knowledge called the Rider's Code. Leaving this village is not allowed to any rider, no matter how proud.
Wait, what? Why?
This is because to other folk would be astounded. Since ancient times we have with ease, but there are those who feel separated by many a mile.
But never leaving the village.
To speak your mind, but rules are rules. The code's the code, so now, Ryder, is that clear? But if you can see it from the gate, so I say to you as your mentor, into the forest you met more recently, the forest's entry, the Azuros, that Ursine. So I made the forest out of bound, but it hasn't shown the slightest sign, so could you go give it a nudge to rid us of our Ursine ills? And so this serves as the provider.
No, I haven't considered doing any podcasts whatsoever. In truth, a lot of my quote-unquote issues stems from how the content creation cycle is going for a lot of people, how many people feel obligated to sensationalize things just like the mainstream media does at this point. Like, things aren't necessarily reported accurately anymore. It's more sensationalized to get an emotional response out of people, or to try and get a point across that's not necessarily true. Again, going back to Dragon's Dogma 2 as an example, when the game was announced, a lot of people started taking demo content from Japanese players that had been able to record the demos and claimed it as their own. Then other people started saying things about the game that weren't necessarily true and twisting interviews that Itsuno himself did to make it fit their ideal view. And they led other people to believe that, and it kind of hampered everyone's view on it, because suddenly you're being told, oh, you should expect this. Oh, this will definitely be a thing. Oh, they said this, when none of that was necessarily true. And sensationalizing it just to garner views, and then people kind of getting worked up over that. It's just disappointing to see that people go down that route rather than being honest with themselves, and rather than taking the time out to verify these things, rather than, oh, I read it this way, so it obviously means this, and I'm going to say it means this, even though it means the complete opposite. You did not spell it correctly. It's a G instead of a J. But yes, plagiarism. There were people that would steal content, and I don't name any names, and claim it as their own. There would be people who would hear things from interviews that were not entirely accurate, and they would spread it around as factual information. There would be other people who heard things from word of mouth or from their friends and acted as if that was true. Then they finally came back and said, oh yeah, I lied about this, I was wrong, I was just going off what someone else was saying. Rather than taking the time to find their own information or form their own opinion. And this extends greatly to a lot of games. It's not solely just the one I mentioned. This has happened multitudes of times, and it's disappointing that people would rather have this misinformation versus someone being directly truthful with them. And you also have the inverse, where people will praise certain development studios for everything, thinking that they can do no wrong. And on both sides, things should be called out, that games should not be coming out unoptimized, or microtransactions should not be pushed down people's throats. But at the same time, you shouldn't try to take information and twist it so that it's not entirely accurate to what it's actually saying. Like, both sides are completely at fault. The game development side has been a hot mess for a long time, especially when corporations realized that they could make a crap ton of money off of people. And the more reviewer side and content creator side that sensationalizes everything just to garner views is a bit disappointing. And I know that this video is going to end up getting saved to YouTube as a live stream. I'm sorry if anyone disagrees with this opinion, but I think a lot of people need to take a step back and realize it's okay to criticize something. It's okay to dislike something. It's okay to think that a function or a feature of a game or media that you consume in general is not a good thing. What is not a good thing is to then just spend your entire time trolling the people that do enjoy it, or trying to make a stink and convince other people to hate it just because you do. We're allowed to have differing opinions, and the fact that some people still cannot grasp that and can't fathom why someone would actually enjoy a piece of media that they don't. We have to respect other people's opinions, even though we don't always want to hear them. How did I start YouTube? This channel was started in 2008, and I honestly only used it a long time ago to share videos with friends. And it slowly evolved into something I figured, you know what? This is a hobby for me. I can share what I do. I can share my own opinions. They're not always right, but people like to hear other views on things, whether we want to admit it or not. Some people will hate watch a positive opinion. They'll hate watch a negative opinion. And for me, it really always just started as a way to share things with friends. And then I kind of started replaying Dragon's Dogma, the original game, again, and figured, you know what? I always wanted to try and be helpful to people. So I started making quest guides on it. And in between the quest guides for Dragon's Dogma, playing games with my wonderful fiance, I shared some of our moments from it. I don't necessarily care if they get views or not. I am just happy that I have that content there that I can go back, I can watch it, relive our experiences that we had with it, and share some of those experiences with friends. And not everyone's going to have the same experience with a game. And lately, right before the release of Dragon's Dogma 2, I decided to do a review on the original Dragon's Dogma, which favorite game of mine. And somehow it performed very well. I'm still flabbergasted by that. And because of that, I think I've gone more into the aspect of I like to stream, I like to share my content with friends. Don't really care if I get views or not. Again, it goes back to just wanting to share the experience with someone. But at the same time, I like the idea of working on reviews about things I am passionate about. So I will take the time to actually go in depth into games, review every aspect of them, and slowly build up my own opinion on and release my thoughts on them. So whatever future that may bring, so be it. I'm okay with it. I think at the end of the day, it all really just comes down to wanting to share things with people, wanting to help people, and trying to spread somewhat a bit of a positivity aspect of it and show that you can be critical of things and still enjoy them. Alright, let's try to get a Monsty team going here. But at the end of the day, when it comes to YouTube or content creation, I think it's awesome to have goals for yourself, and I think it's also very awesome to say, hey, I want to do this as a full-time thing. It takes a lot of work and a lot of luck, and the more that you create out of passion, the more likely it is to be a reality versus something that you just do on the side. Let's see. Nope. No more eggs. But at the end of the day, I'm just really here to try and spread some positivity, try and share my experiences with people, and just try to, you know, take things one step at a time and see where it takes me. I really enjoy interacting with people, and I really enjoy sharing my opinion, and again, I'll be the first to admit mine's never right. But if you definitely want an idea on the kind of things that I enjoy, or that I enjoy making, my Dragon's Dogma farewell video is very much the kind of thing I want to try and make moving forward. And it's not always the easiest thing to make, but it presents enough of a challenge that I enjoy it, and it definitely helps me grow in a sense that I have to think about how I want to approach things and what I want to go over. I think once I get a couple more under my belt, that it'll become an easier process. The scariest thing really is just putting myself out there and knowing that there are people that are very, very adamant about their own feelings on something, and that they may decide to be a bit obnoxious about it without trying to sound too cruel. Some people are just very opinionated, myself included, and they will do everything to remind you that your opinion is wrong. Let's see. But for me, it's also nice to go back and revisit games like this where I never gave them a fair chance. I gave Stories 2 a better chance than I did the original Stories. Like I was mentioning earlier, for a bit of a petty reason, Gunlance is not in this game. And I love Gunlance. But the mechanics of this game are still pretty dang on good. It's never going to be as popular as a mainline Monster Hunter where you go into your boss rush and have 14 very unique playstyles, but it's still very enjoyable because there's a layer of depth you can go with this, and obviously there's going to be end-all be-all builds and... Ooh, hello, Blue Cuckoo. There's only so much you can do about it. I cannot remember what style this thing is. It's either technique or speed. Shoot. Well, one way to find out. Yep. Ow. Uh-oh, what happened with you two? Okay. Oh no, this is gonna hurt. Thank you, Aptonoff. My goodness. Leave my Aptonoth alone, damn you. Come on. Crap, crap, crap. Yes. Come on, Aptonoth. Ooh, owie. No! Crap, crap, crap. Okay, I may have bitten off more than I can chew here. Come on. There we go. Why do you have so much darn health? I get that this is totally on me, but my god. Frickin' frickin' Kut-Kus, man. Frickin' Kut-Kus. Alright, let's get a new addition to the team, and then I suppose I'll call it for now. Come on. Oh. Well, I guess I'll settle with this egg. Go back to the village and see what our new addition to the team is. Man, I really do love the art style of this game. But I definitely do think it has a bit more of a grindy start than the sequel. At least that's what it feels like. I could be entirely wrong. Blue, Kaku. It's so dopey looking. Another Velocidrome. What genes do you have? You have nothing? Ah, just observe. Okay. What genes do you have? You're all right. Let's turn in a couple of these subquests and level up our new Monstie a little bit off of them. See if there's anything else I can get. Can't upgrade that. Leather armor is speed resistance. Yeah, we'll get it. And buy the Hunter's Dagger. Alright, so for those of you who joined me, thank you. I certainly appreciate it, and I am terribly sorry I kind of rambled on for a little while, but for now, we will call it here. Thank you. Y'all have a wonderful one, and be awesome to each other.